Okay, I'm in Home Designer Essentials 2014. I've got a camera open, created a living area and a garage. And I'm going to open the dialog box for the garage and just start clicking defaults here. Okay, we'll get something goofy. See, now we're getting the separation under the wall and the door through the foundation. Let's take a look at, you can see this in the graphic over here on the right on the structure tab. There's the tall stem wall and so forth. And let's say that I want the floor up here at the top of stem wall. Well, here's the settings right here, stem wall, top, floor. I want the floor at -6. And the reason I want that is because most garage floors are slanted. And so I tend to want to set the overall floor height at its lowest point. So anyway, I hit the tab key. And I don't want the stem. Okay, let's click OK. You see I've got a little bump here. See, it's shown right here. And that's because the stem wall is set at 0 inches and the floor is set below that. The stem wall stays where it is, the floor drops. So if you want those to go together, I'll uncheck default. And why is it the default? I don't know. That's just the way they decided to program it. That's part of what I talk about on Home Talk. You find out how the software is designed to work, and then you make it work for you. Now, still got a little space under this wall over here. Okay, we'll open this up. And I've got the stem wall top, C. It's a little bit hard to see where C is over in this graphic. But you can see the stem wall top and the floor match, -6, -6. The stem wall, that just controls the height of the stem wall. Change that to 12 inches. Hit the tab key. You see it changed there. Now that's 12. That's a stem wall. This is a footing. Here's a slab floor for the garage. And I've got the top of the stem wall top, and the floor at the same height. So, and you can see that the ceiling height tends to range around. Now I'm going to click default and then hit the tab key. Okay. These settings stayed, and I just altered the ceiling height. So the software didn't know anything. You tell it what you want, and then it does what it does. Now we still got this space under this wall here. So what can we do about that? I haven't really come across this, and I don't use Essentials. So like if I was in Premiere, I just click on the wall and pull it down. Yeah, there's a little space underneath it. I think there is. It's a little bit hard to tell with the cameras here, but yeah, it looks like there's space underneath it. Don't know quite what to do about that. You go to an elevation camera. Elevation cameras are kind of limited in Essentials, but I thought we'd take a look. I can't even see the wall. Well, it shows it in this camera view. It shows right on the floor. So maybe that was just an optical illusion that it's not on the floor. It sure looks like there's space underneath it in this camera view. In the glass house camera, it looks like it's sitting on the floor. It seems like some sort of a optical illusion. You can see the house up here at 0 and the garage down here at -6, and the wall follows the garage. Okay, so it's an optical illusion. It looks like there's space underneath there, but apparently there isn't. Oh, okay. When you zoom in, it does look like there's a little tiny gap there, doesn't it? Well, I'm not gonna let that worry me. The main thing you need to understand is to get the effects you want, you have first of all, you've studied and understand these default settings. And I haven't set the monolithic foundation right now. I think the default condition is walls and footings. And you can see that didn't change the settings. It is the stem wall. If your stem walls are supposed to be thicker, you make them thicker or taller. That's what I meant. And that changes. These are for ceiling. Rough ceiling is like the structural ceiling. The finished ceiling is like with sheetrock and stuff on it. And I'm not sure what this setting here is for. You can look it up in the manual and see for yourself. But I think I've demonstrated you have to uncheck the defaults. And the defaults are the defaults are defaults. The defaults doesn't mean that it's correct. It just means that it's the default condition for the software. They had to pick something, and that's what they picked. So there's no higher wisdom in it. You understand how to alter this stuff to make it do what you want to do and get the effects you want. That's what you do. Okay, well I think this ought to help you. I've taught myself some things because I hadn't looked at it in quite a while. And I hope this helps you and others who look at it. Thank you.